Hello, my gorgeous Virgo. My name is Sasha Bonasin, and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your weekly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Virgolini, and it's in between the 22nd and the 28th of August 2022. At the beginning of this week, you are going to be facing a little bit of an obstacle, my gorgeous Virgolini. An obstacle that you're going to be facing, it's about an ongoing thing in your life, and it's also to do with an ongoing thing in your life created purely because you had to put a certain plans aside. These plans that you've put aside are very, very important for you in so many different ways, not only when it comes to your own spirituality, but when it comes to your own ultimate happiness, when it comes to, things that you're very, very happy and very excited in life. And of course, when we are like working on something really important, like an important plan where we ultimately want to get, and then when that gets slowed down, of course it's affecting us, you know what I mean? So that in itself, it's about to bounce back, baby. So it's an obstacle that you're going to be facing at the beginning of the week, my gorgeous Virgolini. It's going to make you feel really, really indecisive. It's to do with an indecisiveness, but then again, at the same time, that indecisiveness is going to also make you aware to better think twice. And what exactly about do you need to think better twice, okay? And that in itself, it's really going to kind of become a very strange situation, okay? Because this strange situation, it's going to really kind of remind you of some kind of unpleasant memories, but at the same time, that is going to point you towards an absolutely mind-blowing direction, because this is exactly what you need to do. You need to revisit the past. You need to understand and be aware of what exactly these unpleasant memories are, because these are also going to be required from you to visit them. Okay, in order to kind of like you need to revisit the past in order to heal. And it's to do with like a clinging to the past, clinging to the certain parts in the past that you really need to kind of revisit in order to heal. And that in itself, it's only going to confirm why have you been unhappy for a while, and why you have been feeling a little bit lonely for a while as well. And then something magical is going to happen at that moment in time, because at that moment in time, my gorgeous Virgolini, look, as soon as you become aware of this, I know it all sounds a bit of like a dark blah blah blah, but it's actually going to end up being quite good. This is important, this is important. So when you kind of you see this, you will be able to kind of like be honest with yourself. It's almost like you've been fighting with yourself for such a long time, like you've been trying with a certain aspect of your life that affected so many different things that you're actually doing, because you've been trying to work on something so hardly that slowly came to an end. And it's almost like this is not to do with the fighting with somebody, but it's a lot to do with you fighting with yourself. So you must be honest with yourself, because this is like a God's gift for you at this moment in time, because it's about to redirect you, but it's also going to do so many wonderful things when it comes to you moving on with your life, but understanding the power of like being bold and the power of making a bold action. And you can only do this until you come to this particular level of understanding when it comes to you. So also when it comes to that, you're being reminded of unhappiness and loneliness and things like that, that in itself, it's also gonna like really kind of make you think, and it's gonna make you wonder, and something is just gonna come to you completely out of the blue. And what is going to come to you completely out of the blue, it's going to be you feeling like very strongly about having a really clear direction in your life. And that clear direction that you're going to feel, it's really gonna kind of start the process of you feeling very ambitious, you feeling very driven. Not only that, this is going to help you to be really decisive with what you want to do and the direction that you want to take, because you're going to feel this on a very different level. But this is also going to motivate motivate you at the same time. It's going to raise your energy. It's going to raise your vibration. You're about to start the process of healing when it comes to yourself, but you're also about to start healing everybody else around you with this absolutely mind-blowing motivation. You're not going to also motivate only yourself, but you're going to feel so powerful and so strong and so amazingly grounded that you're going to motivate literally everybody around you. This in itself, my gorgeous Virgolini, it's not only about you feeling a very clear direction, but it's all about you suddenly feeling very passionate and confident and charismatic. And you are going to become aware of really the news and the message that you're going to have from someone who's very consistent in your life at the beginning of the week. It's also going to make you aware of very important events that are going to require immediate actions. So now it's all about you trusting your instinct in order to stay focused indeed. And at the beginning of the week, you will know that someone very special, it's also about to start entering your life. Someone very special in so many different ways. It's about to start entering your life slowly but surely, who is going to make an absolutely giant change in the best possible way. Okay, this person is going to inspire you so much, but you're also going to inspire that person as much. Okay, so by the time you get to the mid part of this week, what you need to pay attention to, you are going to feel very creative flow, very powerful and creative flow, and this is also going to make you feel so good about yourself. It's going to make you feel very optimistic. You're going to realize, oh my god, I've got so much energy to do this, I've got so much energy to do that. This is going to bring all sorts of inspirations, baby, and this is good indeed. But most importantly, when you feel this creative flow, you know what, it's going to reflect on those parts of your life that you feel so good about. Like maybe if you didn't paint in a long time, you just going to find yourself painting if this is what you like doing. Maybe if you didn't kind of play cards or something, where did I get that from? I don't know. You will start playing cards, like whatever this creative flow. Maybe you like cleaning. There are lots of people who absolutely love cleaning in their home, which is absolutely fine, which is superb indeed. But at the same time, you will feel this creative flow, and this creative flow, it's only going to take you there towards the situation in your life, or towards those things in your life that you actually love doing. So this is brilliant. But most importantly, when you start feeling so creative, I want you to understand that at that moment in time, you are going to have a very, very psychic, a very, very intuitive message. And the psychic and intuitive message is also going to kind of appear at around the time, not only when you're really creative, but there is some kind of animal that you're going to be looking, there is some kind of animal that you're going to be facing, there is some kind of animal that is somehow going to be connected to it. The animal is slowly but surely going to kind of enter this element, this dimension, and this is also going to be the part of your kind of spirituality and the part of your spiritual gift. You being able to respond to this and to understand this. And even if you don't come across this animal, it doesn't really matter. But at the same time, if you do come across an animal at around the same time, this animal is also bringing you a message that you have got. You see that you have to remove yourself. You have to remove yourself from the situation that it's really bothering you. Now it's time. So now if you get this additional message when you see an animal, this is where you will know, oh my god, I need to remove myself from the situation that it's making me feel so sad and so unhappy. But it's also connected to people that you're aware of, that something is not right with them, something is not right about them, and they are kind of starting to make you feel really unhappy indeed. So this is also what is going to be your message. So first of all, it's going to be the creative flow, but at around the same time, you are going to become aware of this animal. And if you do not become aware of this animal, if you don't see it, it doesn't matter. You're still going to become aware of the actual who do you need to kind of who is not to be trusted and things like that. And also, when it comes to the psychic and intuitive message that you are going to have through this artistic flow, I'm sorry, my gorgeous Virgolini, but I hope that I'm not too confusing, you know, because I get so many messages and I try to put it in this little video, and I'm trying my best. I'm sorry. Okay, so now it's this psychic and intuitive message that you're actually going to have when you're feeling really creative. It's also going to make you aware of the exact and unhealthy attachment in your life. You're gonna become aware of this, so pay attention, my gorgeous Virgolinis. This is really important. This is the important part. When you start feeling really kind of artistic, creative, shall I say, and when you feel this absolutely mind-blowing creative flow, you will see that this is going to come to you just completely out of the blue. It's the power of our own energy going on the next level, but at the same time it's going to make you aware of some kind of unhealthy attachment, and that in itself is going to consist of you understanding completely that you have to be like really independent at this point, independent with this way of thinking, independent with your mind, which is going to lead towards an amazing, miraculous, like ultimate independence with so many different ways, in a good way, of course. But then again, you are going to find like a kind of challenge to yourself at the same time. So what you need to do and what you're going to understand is to defect and protect your position. You have to stand your ground, okay? Because at the same time, you know, it's about you being honest with yourself, and it's about you understanding that you don't want to play some kind of a game that doesn't make sense to you whatsoever. Because if you are playing some kind of a game that doesn't make sense to you whatsoever, and it's making these other people happy, but you know it's something is not kind of right, you know it's not, something is not true here, then you're just gonna kind of like, no baby, no, you're just doing even worse. So it's all about you being honest with yourself and protecting your defending and protecting your position. But at the same time, this is all gonna lead towards you, oh my god, feeling so strongly that you really want to change your life at around the midweek. You really will want more out of life than what you are experiencing. So naturally, this is going to put you on a very interesting spiritual quest, where you are really going to find yourself choosing, like, just like, you know, to make really big life changes. But at the same time, you will become aware of a change in priorities. And this is, my gorgeous Virgolini, always good. By the time you get to the last part of this week, you are gonna make probably one of the most important and most powerful choices of your life. But you must remember, this is coming through an important clarity that you are going to have. And at the same time, wherever there is a clarity, wherever there is a dark, there is a light, yin-yang thing, wherever there is a clarity, there is going to be a little bit of like, oh my god, you feeling like you want, like you're over analyzing. So this is something that you need to pay attention to. You must not over analyzing whatsoever. You need to go with your feeling, you need to go with your gut feeling, you need to go with the voice within, you need to go with your intuition no matter what, because this is going to also make you aware of the certain desires. What exactly do you need to kind of do in order to kind of have a little promotion with your own life by going on the next stage, you know? But at the same time, it's about you again being reminded through your own desires, you know, how incomplete your life at the moment is. So that is going to make you like kind of wonder a little bit, but that it's also going to make you think about all the amazing things that you have done, that you have achieved so far, and all the times in your life when you were so happy. And it's all going to make you feel even more towards something. It's going to be keep on like directing you towards a very specific part of your life, where you will know that clear communication, that direct communication is needed absolutely more than anything else, and it can only come from you, no one else, my gorgeous Virgolini. So it's all going to lead towards you understanding that, you know, now it's time to transform your ideas and goals into reality. But you will also know exactly which skillful action do you need to take, because you're going to feel confident and you're going to become aware of the fact like, oh my god, I've got all the resources I need. And that is going to bring you even more clarity into your life when you become aware of something that was something is going to be exposed, you know, and that in itself is going to make you fully aware of, like, you know, like, look at this. what is going to be exposed and what you're going to become aware of. You look at this, it's at the same time to do with some double dealing, some kind of negativity, sadness and darkness on the outside. Nothing to do with your life, nothing to do with the people in your life, nothing to do with the people that mean to you the most, but it's to do with a lot, looking at a bigger picture and things that you became aware of, things that you're aware of on the outside, and especially of some kind of dishonesty, double dealing, and people that you should be so kind of aware of, you know, in a sense of, you know, like really you moving away yourself from them as much as you can. And you can only do this by doing things in your own way, on your own terms, when you feel like it, not when someone else feels like it. My gorgeous Virgolini, again, fantastic gentle reminder to never ever give your power away. Never ever give your power away. Never ever accept somebody else's way of thinking, what they think that you should do. Only you know what you should do. Only you know what you need to do, my gorgeous Virgolini. So this is gonna like kind of like a really going to create a moment of you feeling really deeply moved, actually. And it's all about how you're actually going to feel, especially when it comes, the reason why you're going to feel deeply moved is because you're going to understand that so much that you were doing it right. I'm not saying that you thought that you weren't doing it right, but there is so much that is going to be confirmed to you. This is very personal and it's very important and it's very significant, because it is going to really kind of show you which people are very reliable people in your life and which people you should stay away from, which is even more going to make you aware of the patience, what you should be patient about, but it's also going to show you what exactly do you need to be persistent about through your own capability, my gorgeous Virgolinis. Indeed, this is such an important week indeed, because you are going to know exactly that now it's time to abandon almost like an old lifestyle, almost like the things that you already know that made you feel so happy for so long. And this in itself, it's a magical sacred moment. This is preparing you for something big. This is preparing you for something huge, and you will see exactly what I mean. Okay, my gorgeous Virgolini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.